Okay, I'm going to explain how to run a stepper motor in a real easy way. A friend of mine, Danny, he was telling me what I roughly needed. He said I need this TB 6600 stepper motor drive, and he said I needed a frequent PWM frequency. You might as well say frequency generator. It says the meter, but it also shows the pulse width and the frequency that you're at, and that's pretty well it. With a couple push buttons, one push button here, it says enable, but if you push the push button and put positive on the positive here with the negative from the power supply, it'll turn off the motor. If you push this button here, which is the direction, so it'll allow positive to the direction and then negative obviously from the power supply, 5 volts. It will change the direction, put it in reverse. Okay, so you just put VCC. I think I'm putting somewhere around 20 volts to it, and then your ground. So it's all right here. This is a driver, this is a stepper driver. So you have to put VCC. I'm putting 20 volts, anywhere from 9 to 42 volts. And then your ground, your negative. And then I'll talk about the motor in a second. So your pulse, your plus pulse and your negative pulse comes from your frequency generator. Now you can just use a regular frequency generator for this, but this is nice and compact, and I'm going to kind of try to put this into some type of a box. I have a switch here so that it's a double pole, double throw. You only need a double pole, single pole, double throw, because you could turn it off. Ooh, you could turn it off and then go in the center. It would start again, and then if you want to reverse it, you can go that way. Then you go center again, and it would go forward again. So that's what I'm going to incorporate. Instead of two push buttons, that's what I'm going to incorporate. I just set this up as a way of showing an easy way of making a stepper motor work. I watched a lot of videos and I was getting really confused because, you know, Arduino, you know, you shouldn't have to program something just to run a motor. This is a stepper motor. You shouldn't have to program anything. So, you know, you should just be able to flip the switch. I have it on amps right now. I can put it on volts. Yeah, I'm running about 20 volts, and the motor's running. Right now, you have dip switches on the back here. The first 3 determines how many pulses you want per revolution. Right now I have it on 400 pulses per revolution. So that's why it's going fairly slow. If I was to put it to 200 pulses, it would go twice as fast. And you can go all the ways up to, what does it look like, 64? Yeah, 6,400 pulses just to make one revolution. Well, man, you'd have to have a pretty high frequency for that, because, you know, 6.4K would only give you one revolution, so you have to keep that in mind. And then the other 3 dip switches, 4, 5, and 6, that determines how much amps that your stepper motor draws. Well, mine draws 4.2 amps, and this can handle up to 4 amps, and right now with no load on it, it's way down on 1.2 amps or something like that. It's not very high at all. But so like I say, it's on 20 volts. The only thing that's running 20 volts is a driver. Everything else is on 5 volts. So like I say, if you want to stop it, you just push the button, let go, it starts again. You want to reverse it, push the button, it reverses. Just as simple as that. You let go, it goes the other way. Push the button, goes that way. So it goes in reverse, let go of the button, it goes in forward. Again, you want to stop it, just push the button, let go of the button. It's actually quite easy. And then if you want to lower the speed, you just I don't know why. Okay, you just lower the frequency, and that'll lower your speed. Turn it way down. I'm all the way down to 9. Well, let's see, if I go all the way down to 400, that'll do 1 revolution in well, just do 1 revolution, right? But as you can see, it slowed it down quite a bit. I'm down to 838 hertz, so that's roughly, well, 400 pulses per revolution is 2 revolutions on 800 hertz. So it's going twice as fast as what it could be on 400 hertz. And like I say, you know, I don't know, it always goes back to your pulse width, but you can whip it. See, I whipped it up to 2.6 kilohertz, and it's going fairly fast now. Now, like I say, the amp draw is hardly anything. Now, this motor has 8 leads on it. So in other words, it has 4 coils in it. Most of the stepper motors only have 2 coils, and you only have 4 wires. Well, I'm actually only utilizing right now, I'm only utilizing 2 of the 4 coils. And, well, I can utilize them in different ways. I guess right now I'm running in half mode, because I'm only using half the coils. Then you can run them in series, run two series and 2 series, or you can run them in 2 in parallel and 2 in parallel. So it's actually pretty good to have a stepper motor that has 8 wires on it. But I don't want to make this too hard. Like I say, if anybody has any questions, they can comment and I'll answer them. But I was looking for a way that I could just run a stepper motor and control it, stop it, start it, and everything without having to use an Arduino. And because, you know, you shouldn't have to have a program just to run a motor if you want to run it for, say, a coil winder or something. You know, you want to be able to control it, of course, and you can control it with your frequency. That's how you're going to control it. That'll control the speed of it. And if you want to stop it, well, you can either have a push button. I'm actually thinking about having like a floor switch that I can just step on to stop it, and then I could just flip the button down let off the floor switch, it'll go in the reverse direction, then stop it again, and then put it back in the forward direction. This way here is so much easier, and I hope that people watch this video and understand that it's not as hard as it shows on most of the videos to run a stepper motor. Okay, thank you for your time. Everybody have a great day. Cheers.